Hi guys, welcome back to the Hella Queens podcast. It's your girl Tiff.
Hi, it's Dom.
Hey, it's B.
Hey, it's Omasa.
So I know it's been a while. I think the last time recorded was probably like a month ago, maybe two.
March.
What is it now? June?
Yeah.
So we're still quarantined. I think the lift is going to go off on the 15th.
We lifted.
Effective immediately.
Yesterday. We're done. Everything
immediately.
The gym's not open and the hair salon's open. Nail salons ain't open. We're
The 22nd.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not open. That's all I'm really worried about right now. But
the streets is open.
What's been up with everybody?
Nothing.
Ain't shit. Can't call it.
No, well, actually, you guys can talk because your babies are graduating. Well, it's June.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. I already graduated last week.
I was like, your baby graduated last week. My baby graduated today.
Right.
And yeah, it's graduate season. Yeah, but it don't feel the same. I'm not even going to lie. Like, it's not the excitement that I would get from actually like the festivities that we would have really had this year. So it's just like, okay, I know he's going to a new chapter. And then we had middle school open house, and middle school like, oh, we can't really confirm if they're going to be starting in September. And if they will be starting in September, this is what it will look like. So it's just like, I'm not there.
Everybody all over the place still, basically. All right, with Sue, she got her little pink cap and gown, and we decorated the cap.
She did. I love that pink. That's what I said they gave her that? Oh, you ordered that. Okay. You ordered that.
From the Zon, girl.
From the Zon.
I wanted to bring up, when we was talking about how school districts, and I know we have some parents that listen to us, like what the schools are really talking about for September, because on middle school open house, and Kaden will be going to another state, but they even said the same thing that Bianca was telling me the other day. And I was like, you work for the board, so speak on what we think it might look like in September.
So they're leaning more towards like an A-B schedule, where some school kids will go to schools Monday and Wednesday, and then they'll be virtual Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And then the other kids will do the opposite. Everybody be virtual on Friday, though. Mm-hmm. Good thing for me is, because I work for the board, I will have the same type of schedule if that's the schedule they're going to have for the schools.
Wow,
so
really?
We would have the same type of schedule.
Do you think they're going to adopt? Do you think they're going to adopt that all over New Jersey, or just in your district?
I'm not sure. The thing about it is, whenever we implement anything, we look to see what everybody else is doing anyway.
Right.
That's what most town cities do, to see what's effective. The difficult part is we've never been through something like this. So you really just going with the flow and seeing if everybody gonna be on the same trend at this point. The only thing is, if people have back to work and they have younger kids, what they supposed to do? Their job, it depends on what job you at. If they're gonna let you work home some days because your kid doesn't have any type of child care or anything of that sort, and come in on other days. So it's a lot of factors. There's no real win. Just pray on it.
Just a little bit. But I think that
I don't know.
I think what's been good too, this whole COVID-19 thing, is that the tri-state area, like Connecticut, New Jersey, and New York, the three governors have been working together. So hopefully that the school districts, they, like B saying, like, we see what everybody else is doing, so we try to like implement that and see what works for us. But I think that's been good, because we got to work together, especially the three states are so close together. And most people who live in Connecticut, they work in New York, New Jersey, vice versa. Like, we all work in the same areas. So it just needs to happen.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just worried about public transportation, because, a lot of people commute.
Yeah. I was
can't be packed like sardines on the...
Yeah.
Well, during the brunt of
so much going to it.
During the brunt of the pandemic, I mean, they were still commuting on these subways in New York, packed like sardines.
You guys remember
packed like sardines?
They stopped.
Yes.
They stopped the subway for like one day to clean it, and that was one day throughout this 3 months that we've been in this situation. And they stopped the subway system one day to clean it. That's you're gonna do that a lot more often.
Right.
Who knows?
Well, they say clean it, but that was like their deep cleaning. So they clean it every day.
No, they don't.
But I guess this one was like when they went in there and I guess put up all the crap. That's what they said.
Clean that shit.
It don't smell like they do.
No, at all.
Well, people sleep on the damn subways. I'm sure they piss in there too.
Yeah.
I haven't been on the subway in years.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
The subway? Yeah, years.
Well.
I ain't missing.
Well, hopefully now that the streets is open, it doesn't surge again. It doesn't spike like the number of corona cases.
I don't think we're gonna see a spike or like a real spike again until flu season come back around in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping it don't, like it's just done.
Because they opened up a lot of states. Like what was it? I think it was in Florida. Like one weekend they saw like 4,000 cases, new cases at that.
And Florida was like one of the first to open, right? No, they opened their beaches down there.
But that's what they were saying. They were saying they were slow to close and then they were quick to open. So they never really got a full, I guess, stay-at-home order. So
they didn't. A lot of people were still moving around like it was regular in Florida.
Right. So we're going to see, right?
I don't know, man.
That's all we're going to say. We're going to see because we don't know. We just go on with the time.
But we still got to keep our mask on outside.
Yes, we
in
do.
these streets.
I got mine. I ain't finna take it off either.
Amen.
I don't care what y'all talking about.
You know how to breathe through it now, B?
Fighting for our rights to not wear masks. I have a what?
I say, you know how to breathe with your mask on now.
Fuck you, mask. I still don't. I don't wear it enough. I don't be outside. So I really don't wear it enough.
You gotta practice in the house.
I'm gonna have to because I gotta go back to work.
Wait, so when are you gonna be going back to work though? Like back in the office?
We still don't know.
My job said the fall. They said sit tight, so I'm sitting tight.
Sit tight. That's all you're gonna do.
Good for you.
My job saying it's gonna be permanent. They're gonna have a small in-office team, but everybody can work from home now.
Oh, that's good, Tiff.
Yeah.
Right? That's what's up.
Yeah.
What's the point? Paying for
that ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
Right?
You ain't got no kids, bitch. See, like a bitch like me. Like, no, I need to get the fuck out the house.
No,
I don't have to go into work for 2 days, 3 days out the week. Shit.
I would probably do like 1 day in office just to get out, but for the most part, nah, I just don't need for me to go there.
You can work from anywhere in the world as long as there's Wi-Fi.
And nobody can say shit else about that. Ever fucking again. Right. Don't you ever tell me we can't work from home again, okay? I don't want to hear that shit. If I do go back to a job, I'll be like, can I work from home? I wish they would say no. Because I know you can.
Lying asses.
But did everyone catch up on Insecure?
Yeah.
I sure did.
Fuck Molly.
Yeah, it's gonna be fuck Molly for a long time.
For a while.
Right.
It's gonna be like that for a while.
Yeah.
Right. But honestly, the dynamics of their friendship, I just feel like it was a long time coming. And now, I guess, season 4, everything came to a head. Maybe because she got a new man. I don't know. Because Molly never really had a stable relationship.
You think because Molly has a new man?
Yeah.
But her man is telling her where she's wrong. That's the thing. It's not like he even agrees with her. So that shit has nothing to do with it.
Her man's not even happy with how she's handling situations in their relationship. Like
Yes.
Right. Her therapist said, like, if you want these things around or in your life, you got to work for them. And she's not willing to do it. And that's always an issue with Molly. She's not willing to do the work. She's going to be chased. So. That's how I'm like Molly.
And you're about to dump her on the season finale.
And I hate to say it, but I don't know how long their relationship going to honestly last.
He dumped her on the season finale. He dumping her.
Yo, every time she walk in the room, this him with his phone. Closing that shit. Hang up.
He be speaking in his
why
native
he be
tongue.
so quickly off the phone? He ain't really feeling her. She just been doing some fuck shit.
Yeah, she has been, especially when his brother is trying to apologize and trying to make the situation better, knowing that they're together. Like, because he could be like, fuck Molly too, you know what I'm saying? But he knows that his brother is with her. So he's like, hey, let's make this work. I'm going to extend the olive branch. And Molly not even trying to come back with the olive branch. Like, she like, fuck it. You can't do that when you're in a relationship. It got to be some compromise. And
the only thing I don't like about Molly now is that she's open with her therapist. She loves going to therapy, but she's not taking her therapist's advice.
I don't know if she like going there.
I don't think.
I don't know if she like going there. I think she needs it. She knows that.
No, but I think like she knows that she needs it. So when I'm saying, and remember in the very beginning, it was the point where she never wanted to open up about certain things. Like she never even talked about Dro. And that was something that was major in her life before. So now that her therapist basically knows what's going on, like she's quick to call, like, hey, I need to book an appointment. I need to talk to you. I feel like she's going to her to talk, but she's not taking the advice that she needs. And she does that with everybody. Same thing with Issa. When Issa and her had a
I don't think I lost service.
If you go there and I'm talking to my friend to get advice and you're not taking my friend advice, it's like, what are you talking to me for? I just don't understand her going to therapy now.
She wants her therapist to validate everything that she's saying and doing. And her therapist is like, nah, you want some fuck shit.
I wish her therapist was a real therapist because I would go to her. Like, I would pay for her sessions. Like, she seemed like a nice woman, a black woman who you want to, talk to and get some advice from.
Right. Somebody auntie, Dr. Rhonda. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. What y'all think? Okay, so what y'all think gonna happen on Sunday though? Like, give me your prediction of what's gonna happen.
I think she's gonna
to. Before we talk about this Sunday, how do y'all feel about Lawrence and Issa? The last episode.
Girl, the sex is good.
The sex was bomb, but they're back. They're basically getting back on track to where they left off.
Somebody said in this group, I think it was on my side. I don't. Said that they don't want Lawrence and Issa back together.
I don't.
Same thing. I don't want them back together.
I don't.
Tell me why.
I feel like they're both in a great place growing outside of each other. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they get back together, if they'll fall back into the same cycle. Mm-hmm. And then with him about to be going to San Francisco, like, what, he's supposed to follow him? Mm-hmm. And she got this going off, like her own upstart.
What if he turned down San Francisco because he wants to make it work with Issa?
And that's the problem. Stop turning down potential opportunities because of your relationship. That's what happened the first time. He got too comfortable the first time, and she got too comfortable the first time, and it was 5 years, and they still in the same place. Like, I feel like when they finally broke up, they finally got a chance to experience, dating outside of college, because they was straight out of college.
Fresh out of college, yeah.
And then they got experience, really, really dating and seeing the dating world, even though it sucked for both of them. But they both saw like what they really wanted as far as
and
love.
They was out here. They was out here. When they was dating, they was out here.
And she showed him.
Both of them.
She showed him all her new tricks.
Both. Yes, Martha. She did. That's why I said the sex was good. Wait. I had another question.
Wait, did y'all say she skipped home?
Huh?
She did skip home. We ain't talking
about her skipping home yet, but yeah, she did.
But what I really love the most is that they both saw what they fuck home that relationship.
That dick was good.
Hold on, somebody is like, right? Is it me?
It takes so long to make.
B, what you say?
Okay, you gotta wait for the syrup. Mm-hmm.
I was saying.
No. Go ahead.
I like the fact that when they did break apart, they both saw what they wanted out of a relationship, what they really wanted, like out of love, because they saw the dating scene was not it. But that's why I think they kind of came back together, because they both wanted that whole relationship feeling, and like how he talked to his dad about, the work that it put in, the baggage that it took for him and his mom to stay together for so long. But now I'm just kind of like, they're comfortable again. Right. She's being on his house, and he's on him. It's like, I gotta grow.
You already put like 3 bottles in there.
Oh, okay. I see that. I honestly want her to go back with Nathan,
Wait, I had another question.
Even though he bipolar.
I had another question.
I want with Nathan. Go ahead, Tommy.
Because y'all, V, before you left, they Mas and Tiff said that they didn't want Lawrence and Issa back together. But does the old saying, you know, if you leave and it comes back to you, it's yours? Is that true? Like, I don't know.
And if it go away again,
I feel, because y'all know that I am team Issa and Lawrence from day one. I've been wanting them back together. Only thing is now he's moving to San Francisco, possibly. I definitely don't want her with Nathan. He bipolar. She could barely handle her damn self.
She don't need
How's she gonna handle somebody who bipolar?
it's a lot of people walking around undiagnosed.
No.
True.
Oh, I don't think so. I love Issa and Lawrence.
And you're right, Amasa, and they don't be stable, and that's why, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas ain't stable.
And people be with them for life.
To Nathan's defense, at least Nathan was open about his shit. Like,
at first he wasn't though. Remember, he disappeared. He just told Issa about that, even before.
But that's because he didn't know what his problem was. Now that he figured it out, like he said, he wants somebody in his life who's going to be around.
And not only that, Issa wasn't taking his calls.
Because of Lawrence. That's why.
No, not because of Lawrence, because he disappeared. When he came back.
Wait, no. Remember when he came back and Molly came to the door and Molly told him to go away. And Issa and her got into an argument because of that.
Right.
And I think that's what stopped it, because when they got into an argument, Molly made it feel like Issa shouldn't do that. And I think Issa took that advice, not knowing that she should have had that conversation with him. He did come back and say, hey, he wanted to, know what was going on, but it just went far left.
Yeah, she wasn't trying to hear it then.
Because of Molly.
Yeah, she's making babies. Not me.
Yeah, I'm about to say, who's the common denominator? Molly ass. That was none of her business. That was not her place to tell him to go away. That wasn't her place.
Not me.
On her birthday.
You let me make that decision on my own. Yeah.
With that beautiful floral arrangement.
Okay, so y'all ready for our predictions of what's going to happen on Sunday? Who wants to start?
Wait, y'all saw the previews? Because I didn't see the previews. So y'all already know.
It was all over the place.
Yeah. Because they're trying to bring the whole season to the close. So they're bringing the season to a close, but so much happened this season.
Yeah, she is.
Okay. I thought it was just me.
You can't hear me?
It's like a static thing.
You can't hear me?
No, I can hear you, but you go like in and out.
All right, y'all. So we need these predictions of Sunday's episode, because this season has just been too dramatic for me anyway. It's been funny. Mm-hmm. I feel like the directors have been great this season, but I need predictions. We're going to go there. Wait. You want to talk about the directors? You want to talk about
B should talk about the directors, because she's been watching A Sip with Issa Rae.
Yeah, I've been watching it. I watch it every Sunday.
No, not the one that after the episode.
Not the wind down.
The Sip.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So she did a sit with H.E.L.L.A, and then she did a sit with Kerry Washington. You know, Kerry Washington directed the last episode, and he did the Molly episode, and then Kelly did the best episode ever.
I'm telling you, Kelly,
yes.
Kelly. Natasha. She should not. Mm-hmm. She's a great actress. She's very fucking funny, but she needs to be a director, because she's a great storyteller. Everything about that episode.
She directed it, or she wrote it.
She wrote it. But everything about that was just to the T. Like what I needed.
She's a Libra, y'all, from Kansas.
It was everything I needed to the T. Like that was the best episode to me thus far.
Kerry Washington says she's not putting on her director hat unless it's something that she really, really loves. And she was like, she loved Insecure. That's the reason why she had directed that episode. I don't know, like, shout out to Issa for just putting Black people on the map, like letting them get their hands and putting it in different pots, because that's dope in itself, honestly.
That part.
Right.
Yeah.
My prediction, however, I do not think she's gonna end up with Lawrence. With all this build-up, I think they're gonna let me down. I think she's gonna choose herself in the end.
Me too.
That's honestly how I feel. this season, however, has just been so honest, so open, so real. Like, it really felt like no matter how insecure you are, those difficult conversations need to occur. That's really how I felt.
They definitely need to be had.
I think she's gonna choose herself.
I can see that. I can see her keeping Nathan and Lawrence as friends with benefits, because, like, who doesn't want to fly out to go see a dude, you know?
Fly me out, take me shopping. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Especially if he get that job. I see Andrew breaking up with Molly. Molly coming running to Issa.
I don't think she's gonna run to Issa.
I think she is.
You think she'll run to Issa?
I think she is, because look at her reaction when Issa was like, on the last episode. What was the sentence?
She ran to the door and she was just like, she basically said the same thing the therapist said, like, I don't want to keep doing this by myself. If you want to do it, you got to put it, like, kind of come forward too. Like,
right.
And Molly was like, nah. And she was like, and Issa was like, okay. And I feel like she's going to run to Issa.
Molly too.
I think.
No, I was just gonna say Molly too. Like, she got too much pride, I feel like, to run to Issa. Like, she already thinks she's here.
I agree.
That's exactly what it is. It's the P
And that's why she gonna crumple and cry. She gonna have an ugly cry. She gonna have snot coming out her nose. Everything. It's gonna really, like, shake her world.
She had too much pride with her dad issues. She had too much pride with her boyfriend issues about that little comment that happened on vacation. I feel like he's gonna break up with her. I really feel like he's gonna break up with her.
He needs to.
He's gonna break up.
Let me stop.
And I kind of.
To Dom's defense, he's too. So maybe that's real reality check. Like, yo, you lost a real good man who catered to your feelings and stood by your side with all the bullshit and drama that you came with, the baggage.
Yeah.
He probably the one thing she had to do was just communicate and be open to something that she doesn't normally do, and she didn't want to do it, so she left your ass.
I don't think he's gonna break up with her. I think he's gonna be like, you know what, we need a break because you just are only thinking about yourself.
it encompasses the word break.
He ain't say break up. We need a break.
Break.
You start fucking other bitches, y'all done.
Right. I also want to find out if Tiffany's baby is really her husband.
Why are they not talking about
that storyline?
Why?
They're not showing her at all. I said, did she write Amanda out the damn show?
But she's going to be on this last episode because she was at their house.
That storyline is
Amanda ain't coming back. Amanda
storyline is never going to surface.
She canceled all contracts.
I feel like what is going to surface about Tiffany is that she has some type of depression. What is it called?
Amanda is coming back.
Postpartum.
I feel like they're going to say she has post. Like, you know, if you notice lately, this season is about mental illness. Health. So somebody's bipolar, somebody's going through depression, somebody's going through, you know, everybody's going through something. And I feel like that's going to be her issue. She's going to be.
Oh yeah, she's going through postpartum because she knows that ain't her husband, baby.
I don't think that's the storyline. Dom, you on mute.
You on mute, Dom.
She going through postpartum because that's what the reality of a lot of new moms go through.
That's
not
the
because
reality
they
of a lot
her
of moms
husband,
do.
baby.
Yeah.
How much I want that?
Can you go to hell, man? What is wrong with you?
Never gonna surface. They would have been.
It's not.
But it's going to be another season. I did see that leak. It's going to be another season.
I feel like it is.
They said that. There's going to be another season.
Oh, yeah, Johnny, I'm Tiffany. So sorry. And Tiff, Little Fires Everywhere is definitely not coming back. Kerry Washington confirmed it.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Why? We gotta find out why I'm busy.
Because it's only one book. There's no more. And the author didn't say nothing about writing more. I'm so mad.
Wow, man, she really the devil, bro.
Write a book to make a show or a movie. Make it a
book. But that's just what I don't understand. Why they just didn't make it a movie? Why make it a show? Like, make it a movie and
No. I need episodes of this.
No, it could have been a movie. I need episodes of this.
Make a show. Like,
no, but Tiff, we want more. So if you can't give us more, make us movie and just keep it moving. So I know not to look for more. Fuck.
Right.
What happened to Izzy? What happened when they went inside that house to see Carrie's?
So in the book is different.
Read the book.
Who wants the book? The book is different.
Me.
I want season 2. I don't want the book. I want season 2.
I want the book, Dami.
You want season 2?
I'm gonna give you the book.
It's too many
Thank you, ma'am.
It's going to be too many unanswered questions in that book, and they're not going to give me the answer. So I need another season.
I don't understand why she can't just put out a part 2 to the book. So
or she could just write a part 2 to the show.
Something.
The book is
I don't know. Something.
But as far as Insecure goes,
what's your predictions?
I agree with all y'all. Like, I feel like there was just a lot going on. I feel like Issa might choose Lawrence. I don't think Lawrence is going to choose San Francisco. And I think Molly might be done. Yeah. Issa walked away. Issa felt like she needed Molly, and when she invited her to brunch, and she walked away after they were at Molly's boyfriend's house and Nate helping Nathan move out. Issa walked away like, I'm cool with this. I'm cool with just moving on. And that's just it. Sometimes you gotta be that way.
I think Lawrence is gonna choose San Francisco. Issa's gonna stay home. They probably gonna still be friends. They're not gonna do the love connection thing. Mm-hmm. Molly and Issa are done. Andrew is gonna break up with Molly.
I want that.
Nathan and Issa are gonna be friends still because they still have that friendship connection. And Tiffany's gonna have postpartum.
But did Dominique really say she want that? Did you say you want that when Tiff said he gonna break up with mine? Did you say I want that? I can't. Good night.
Yeah.
I want that.
I think you know what it is? I think their relationship ran its course. We are on season 4 or 5?
Yeah, but the
this
thing
season 4, season 5.
We know that Andrew is a good guy for her. Like, she's been dealing with all these fuck niggas. You've been dealing with a married man and an open relationship. Niggas have been fucking you over, and for somebody to come out and like really love you, even though he wasn't as open at first, but he really opened up to her and everything.
Right.
She made him open up. God, remember?
Yes.
Force herself on him for him to open up, and it worked.
I think that's what's gonna make him mad. Like, I opened up for you. I was keeping it real with you.
The one thing I asked you to do is be okay with my brother. Have a conversation with him. You can't even give me that.
Right.
That's not good enough. That's
right. Conversation. Like, he invited us to a game. You could have been sitting on the other side. You ain't had to have this. Your presence there is more than anything else.
Remember the reason why he never opened up to her because he had family issues. That's why the only thing he got left is his brother, and you're the one person you can't get along with. And you're my
sister on crazy somewhere. He told her everything. Right. He told everything to her. Like,
but Molly told him everything too.
Right.
Not gonna work.
She's still
right.
She still listen.
She don't. It's her pride. It's like, I don't know what's wrong with this girl. Like, I
don't think it's her pride. I think she's just so conditioned to be in this.
She a lawyer.
But she don't
she gotta argue.
Like how she keeps saying, I don't need Issa, but deep down inside, she knows she need Issa. Like,
she knows she wants to, and she knows she want Issa to need her too.
But did y'all see?
It's just that, like I was saying, this is season 4. We always see them have fights, get back together. Have fights, get back together. I mean, fight. I feel like this is just nothing but another fight. But it's like, how many times they're gonna fight about stupid shit? Like,
I feel like that's where Issa at now. Like, how many times we gonna keep fighting? Like, I'm just done. I feel like that's where Issa at this point.
I ain't about to fight no more.
Right. I mean, all my life I had to. What you was gonna say, Maz?
She forgot.
Remember how they be in the car with those inner thoughts? They're like, fuck you, Issa. You think you selfish. That's really how you feel. Like, damn, why are you so mad about Issa doing better for herself? I just never understood that.
That's why I feel like Molly's going to come back, because Molly is obsessed with Issa.
They are best friends. They're not obsessed.
So? I don't think she's obsessed.
Every chance she gets, she's talking about Issa. When anyone brings up Molly to Issa, like, nah, we're not about to talk about that right now. No.
But that's not obsessed. That's just somebody trying to hide the fact that
they're obsessed
really about a person. And they
if that's the person that you talk to about your issues, that's what we've been seeing. Like, she's talking to Andrew about what's going on with them. I don't think she's obsessed.
I don't either. I think obsessed is far-fetched, man. That's a little bit.
I think she's bothered by the situation and she don't want to talk about it. That's why she's trying to exit out of it.
And she's making it seem as though she's not
use.
bothered, though. Like, she's trying to make it seem like she's so unbothered, but she's really bothered.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
She's extremely bothered by it. Yeah. And the chance she get, she knows she's going to want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Issa be like...
She's talking to the wrong person now, to me.
Yeah, she's talking to Issa.
We got to tune in Sunday.
At 10:20.
At 10:20.
Why 10:20?
That's what time it's coming on. It said 10:20.
And I don't like HBO because I don't like that it don't come on Saturday at midnight like every other channel. I don't like that.
Right.
Showtime, Stars, all their like shows that are their shows that come on like at midnight. I gotta wait. It come on at the top.
At 10 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. It come on at the top.
Y'all ain't finna about. They said y'all ain't finna about to spoil nothing for nobody. 10 o'clock.
This ain't Power. This ain't that.
Previously on Power, yeah. Right.
I can't.
Do we have a Hey Queens question?
Yeah.
Tom, you're on mute again.
Yeah.
On mute.
She knows she put herself on. Who else?
She be on mute. That's all.
Sorry. I was telling everybody in my house to be quiet. Okay, I got a great H.E.L.L.A. Queens. Hey Queens. Oh my God, H.E.L.L.A. Queens. It's been a long time. So we played this game recently on Zoom through the four of us. And Red Table Talk now has this game. And there's always another layer to everyone you think you know, right? So it's part of this deluxe pack from a company called We're Not Really Strangers, and Red Table Talk did like a whole expansion pack with them. So I bought the expansion pack, which it has some great questions. There are different levels. We're not going to, play the game. We're not going to ask all the questions, but I picked one question out of the bunch. And I wanted every queen to answer this for themselves, especially with everything that's going on in the past. We're in June, past 6 months of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So this question is, what's the hardest truth you had to face this year so far?
Oh, we just gonna get real deep. Let me see. The hardest truth I had to face.
You had to face.
Motherfucking
Everybody thinking
The hardest truth? I don't know.
Damn.
I gotta wait for somebody else to answer so I could kind of think about how I'm gonna answer.
Yeah, Max go first. The oldest go first.
Definitely the oldest.
We can go with the youngest go first. I feel like I don't know. I feel like you win some, you lose some. I learned that this year. As far as like relationships, fucking work, just everyday shit. Like
everything. Daily life shit. Daily life shit.
I realized that what's the word? I feel like I'm too open. I feel like I'm too open with like my friends or whatever, to the point that when they do some fuck shit, I'll be like, yo, why would you do that? Like why? And then it makes me see them in a different light to the point where I don't want to fuck with them no more. So I feel like this year was definitely you win some, you lose some. For me. First six months, definitely you win some, you lose some. And you guys are quiet.
No, we were all on mute. Sorry, we would let you talk, so there were no interruptions.
We wanted you to finish.
Yeah. Who want to go next? Tiffy, you still thinking?
I want to go next because
because you're on mute. That's why Brianna can still mute it. You're the only one on mute, but me and you.
All right, I'll go next.
They don't want to go.
Be next.
Let me see. The hardest truth. I didn't get my damn license. That's the hardest truth. That's the hardest truth. I was sitting here and I'm just like, I want to pick up and take my kids to go do X, Y, and Z while I am free, and I can't just move freely how I want to move. Like, it just like really slapped me in my face during this time for some reason. I'm like, yo, I gotta get my SHIT together expeditiously. And that, man, life is short, bruh. Like, all the places I was like, damn, I should have traveled last year. Who even gonna know if it's gonna be open back up again next year? Shoot. Damn. That was mine. Go Tiff.
Thanks, D.
I still don't know how to answer this question. Only because I feel like I can totally agree with Omasa. You win some, you lose some. Like, you really do. And I start to see that because even with my friends, the person I was dating, like, my friends will keep bringing up old conversations about, don't you miss such and such? Don't you miss such and such? I'm just like, I mean, I don't miss them, but if they come back around, I'm not opposed to being friends with them anymore. But, it's not like I'm thinking about them every day to be like, oh my God, let me hit up such and such. Like, let's hang out. Let's be friends again. I don't want that. Like, I'm in a good place without them. I ain't thinking about them now. It's not hurting me not to speak to them. So I kind of feel like, when people leave your life, I'm not going to say it's for a reason, but it's kind of I think it's
but it is.
No, what I'm saying is, it's not necessarily, because mind you, they can leave your life for a reason that is out of your control. But sometimes it is your fault. Sometimes it could be your fault. Sometimes it's not your fault. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's always a reason, because mind you, I could be the reason why you're leaving. You don't like how I talk to you. You don't
but that's
like
the reason.
how I treat you. But that's what I'm saying. I could be the reason, but I'm not seeing that reason. I'm just looking at it. This is how I feel about it. So, what I was about to say, when you like, you win some, you lose some, I could kind of agree with that. Also, the hardest truth I think I had to deal with in the first 6 months is, how do I see this? Like, I'm capable of doing more by applying myself, but I'm not doing it. That's the hardest truth. So it's like, I know I'm capable of doing a lot more things than I'm doing now, but I'm just stagnant. I'm just like used to the regular. When it's like, I could be doing so much more, but I'm just like, why I'm not doing it? I don't know.
Tap in, girl.
But I was like, I don't know what I want to do to say I want to do more, but I know it's more I could be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I feel like it's more I could be doing.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody has, not just you, Tiff. I think that works for all across the board. Like, we all probably feel like we can do something more. We don't know what it is, but it's just like, you'll figure it out. You figured it out when it's your time to figure it out. When it comes into your space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say the past 6 months. I mean, if it hasn't taught me that God and life don't work on your schedule, that right there, I really it really smacked my ass in the face. Like, you thought you had a plan? Okay, I had so many things like planned out y'all know how sometimes I can be like, I like Omasa, especially Omasa. Like, we work together now, so I'm pretty sure like she really like, I'm really like, this is how I need it, and life don't work that way. It has nothing to do with COVID, has nothing to do with the quarantine, but this shit woke me up. Like, it's not how I plan it, it's how God sees fit. And I can plan my day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., but shit might not plan out that way. And I really had to like, this really smacked me in the face, because I thought that I had a lot of shit figured out, and I really don't. I really don't. And it's like everybody else said, sometimes you win some, you lose some. So I really thought that I had a lot of shit figured out with relationships, with work, like with, you learn this past couple of months with my son, like I spent a lot of time with him, but I spent a lot of time with him, So you think that you have a lot of shit figured out, but you learn new things every day. And it has been a journey. And it's like I said, we only in June, and it's been a journey. And I hope I can get back to just being free and not so rigid and not so structured. Like, I just want to be able to like just relax. But I gotta work on that. I have to work on
that. They say it takes 27 days to form a habit, and then 90 days to make it a lifestyle.
But listen, it's a different when you think that you can control everything, and not that be a habit, because there's certain things in my life that I still can have control over, right? Like
yeah, you do. You definitely can control some shit.
Like, exactly. It's some shit in your life that you can control of, but now you know about my money.
Told me that I can save.
You know about my money.
I can save this much.
Exactly.
COVID definitely taught me I could save too. Yes.
So it's just some things like I still have control over, but to let go of the things that I don't, I gotta work on that. And it's just that it has taught me that like that shit's, like I said, that slapped me in the face. So that's my truth.
We all work in progress, all of us.
Right.
We all a work in progress.
My post
answer. Yeah, it's not a hard truth though. That's why I'm like, damn, I don't want to sound hard, but the truth is, to me, I need therapy. That's something that I do need. I need to talk to somebody. But my insurance don't cover it. So
yesterday I posted this. I posted yesterday, we're all rough drafts of the people we're becoming, because nobody is who they're going to be in 5 years. Like, I'm not who I'm going to be next year. So it's just, I'm still a rough draft. Now,
you ain't who you going to be in probably 2 months.
You're damn sure not.
That works too.
We are constantly evolving.
What did we say in the first episode of quarantine? Life comes at you fast. Hit you. Boom. You never know, okay? You could be a totally new person 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, life does. That should have been that should have been it. Life comes at you fast. First 6 months. It sure does. Cause you win some and you lose some.
Yep. So because we're gonna go into like, you know, our main segment and everything that's going on in the world right now, right? And what I kind of wanted to start with was
the Negro National Anthem. Oh.
The what? Did you say the Negro National? Good night, ma'am.
Can we?
All right, come on. Who gonna start it off?
Lift every voice
and sing to the ring with the harmony.
This don't sound like we in the studio, y'all.
Listen, I'm David. I'm David.
Okay. All right. Take it away, David. Take it away, David.
We tried it.
We did. This is what I wanted to say. So it was like a meme going around, and it was just like, oh, I bet none of this was on y'all 2020 vision board, right?
Nope.
But you know, one thing that we all said 2020 was going to be? 2020 was going to be perfect vision and the year of clarity. If the world is not showing you who everybody is in this moment, it's showing you how businesses really feel about you. It's showing you how your regular Joe Smo feels about you and Black people. The world is showing you everything that you asked them to show you going into 2020.
It definitely is.
You know what? When you feel like that,
yeah, you prayed on. This is the time it's coming to life. Like, shine the light on everything you prayed for.
I couldn't unmute myself fast enough. You gave me the chills.
The word of the Lord is told by B. Come on.
Right.
Listen.
I was thinking you might be a first lady. Hold up. You might be a first lady.
Where's my prayer cloth?
I need my fan. We're in church right now.
I was really thinking about that though yesterday. I was like, yo, this is exactly what we asked for. We asked for this. And he just showing us. He showed us that Flint, Michigan water could have been fixed 5,000 years ago by them giving $500 million to these corporations and us $1,200. We could have fixed that how long ago? Come on. He is showing us everything we asked to see.
The world has been still for a reason.
Yes.
If you ain't seen nothing while the world has been still for a reason, your ass ain't been paying attention.
You ain't. Or you won't. Absolutely. You got to wake up, baby.
Like, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that.
You just say NIGGs.
White people is getting canceled for stuff that they said 10 years ago. Like, Bravo just
Vanderpump Rules.
They just fired 4 of them for something that they said 10 years, not 10 years, I'm exaggerating, but it was like over 5 years ago.
I didn't even hear that.
I thought it was like 2. I thought it was 2 years.
With the homophobic shit. Yep, same thing. Yeah, absolutely.
I thought it was like 2 years ago what they said on Vanderpump Rules.
What did they say? You guys got an excerpt from it?
Yeah, I have it.
I don't, but I know they bullied the black girl that was on there, and she left the show. I don't know what was said, but I'm just like, wow.
Who's that girl that Don put in the chat and she getting everybody canceled? She calling universities Natasha Camille. That's her name.
She's doing it.
I'm just telling you, like,
celebrity is doing it.
This Vanderpump cast, it's so many articles from the past day. Like it's like I'm just scrolling. This is all the articles from 24 hours of what they did. It's
but how can you not believe it? Do you see that cast?
Oh no, I didn't believe it. It was the only black girl in that cast, and they did that to her. I'm trying to bring up. Here it is.
I didn't know why she was there to begin with. That's why I never watched the show. I like Lisa Vanderpump. Because she's so damn rich, and I just like, wow, this is really old money. But I never really cared for the show.
Yeah.
I never really cared for the show. And just seeing everything that came out about the show, I was like, oh, it makes sense.
I never watched it, like not one episode. What is it about?
I don't even know
her restaurant. It's her restaurant that she has in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
So one of the black girls that was on the show, her name was Faith Stowers. The two white girls, Stassi and Kristen, in the show, they called the cops on her and lied on her, saying that she was robbing people. Yes.
What?
Mm-hmm. Vanderpump Rules.
You know what? Totally off topic. But I just feel like if you see these Caucasian people calling the cops on you, knock that phone out their hand and knock them the fuck out.
So go to jail for assault is what you're saying. You're encouraging people to go to jail for assault, man.
When it's a war, you gotta be down to do something.
Yeah, it said that they called the police on her to investigate her because they believed a photo of a suspect looked just like her.
Wow.
Y'all see this girl every single day. Y'all film with her every single day. You said
every day.
You telling me that she would do something like that and this person looked like her? You know exactly what she looked like.
I can't. Did they do this on air or this was off camera,
Donnie? So it was off camera, but one of the girls mentioned this in the Instagram live chat last week, so it brought it back up.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And they said that about the chick that's on Glee.
Girl, Leah Michelle.
Yes, because she came out and said something about Black Lives Matter. And then the black chick, one of the black chicks that was on the show, she was like, well, you made my life a living hell while I was on the show. So for you to say Black Lives Matter is just, I'm just blown away.
Wow.
I've never seen Glee either, but it's just.
Me either.
It's just so much that's coming out right now. It's so hard to, it's like you want to stay informed, but taking all of this in is fucking trauma, man.
It is.
That shit weighs you the fuck down.
I had a whole breakdown on Sunday, y'all. Like, I had a whole dream. And you know who was in my dream, Tiff? Chris and Mook was in my dream. They saved me and Louie from being killed, basically. Like, this is what my dream was. Like, the police was on Louis' neck. I said, I'll be damned if y'all gonna kill my man in front of me. So I charged at they asses hysterically. Chris pulls up. He like, no, I know them. Then Mook pulls up like, no, I know them. We go to jail. My superintendent does a whole press conference. Like, I've known this girl since she was a young girl. I know that she's a good person, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was just so emotional. I woke up in tears.
Did you look up the themes of the dream?
Tears. I didn't. I was just like, I don't know if it's because I've just been like, it's been in my face for like the past couple of weeks so much that I'm now dreaming about it type of thing.
Yeah.
But it was like, I was so emotional. Like, I kept crying on and off on Sunday. All day, I'm crying.
Yeah.
I don't know, child.
We are in some trying times.
It's a lot. Like, I find myself having to I've been reading a lot of books these days. Because I said, I got to turn this TV off. I can't keep watching it.
See, I I don't watch TV. I just listen to music. You were.
Yeah, I listen to music to kind of get my mind off things. The internet, like Instagram, has been taking a whole toll on me, so I've just been trying other things besides Instagram. Facebook is kind of funny, but even that's a little bit too much. What was it?
Now all the racist people on Facebook.
What is July? Like, what are they doing? And yeah, I've been listening to music and try to like, I don't really pay attention to a lot of shit because it's really depressing. I find myself crying at least 3 times a day watching videos of police brutality or someone getting racially profiled. It's just too much. And I'm just
honestly say I haven't.
Depressed. I'm just like, now y'all see why we so warranted when it comes to certain shit like this. Like, you got every reason.
I haven't been watching any of the videos, so I've never seen the George Floyd video or any videos. Like, yeah, I refuse to watch that shit.
I could not watch.
Like, I read the articles or whatever, but to like watch the video, nah, that's not gonna happen.
But you know what video made me cry? It wasn't negative. It was a bunch of white people kneeling to a bunch of crowd of black people, and I guess they were like apologizing or something like that. I don't know if y'all seen it. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. I was like, damn, this shit is really nice. This is like
I didn't like that they was washing their feet.
Huh?
That's what they was doing. They was washing their feet.
They were washing their feet. I didn't like that.
Who was washing? The white people were washing their own feet?
No.
Black people feet.
They were sitting on a park bench, and the white people were apologizing to them. But as they were apologizing, they were washing their feet. I didn't like that. Like, I don't need you to apologize.
Is it the same video? Because I don't remember seeing that part.
Oh, well, there's another video circulating with some white people apologizing and washing black folks' feet.
Nah, I read the article. I didn't watch the video, though.
I didn't see that one.
Okay.
Are they washing off the soil from the cotton field? Like, what are they washing their feet?
I skip past it. I don't need to see this. I'm good. That's something I don't need to see.
That's a little.
Y'all doing too much. Just like the senators. Like, why did y'all have to wear that fucking kente cloth? Why?
It's called you gotta teach these people because they don't know. Okay?
Wait a minute. Did y'all see it when he was like, yeah, y'all could be busy changing laws or whatnot, but y'all out here dressed like Wakanda chess pieces? Did y'all see it? The senators in the kente cloth.
No. Somebody put Nancy and photoshopped her in a Wakanda picture, like she was in Wakanda with the Black Panther. Yes, I'm done.
Pelosi.
I can't.
Because you know what? Like B was saying, like it just turned into a whole white person movement. Like is black? Somebody said is Black Lives Matter being gentrified now? Like is that what we're doing? Like just support us. We don't need you to dress in cloth of African cloth. We don't need you to do that.
But the history of protests, white people used to definitely be on the front lines with black people until the reform came. Was like, we're gonna start arresting y'all motherfuckers, and they was like, you and y'all.
I'm example, Bernie Sanders. We know he was like in the forefront of the protest with Dr. King. Like we know that there are hundreds of white folks that have protests that are still living. You know what I'm saying? That have protests with Dr. King and Malcolm X. But these new white people.
But did y'all see the two? It was 2 or 3 white kids and a little black boy. The video begins. The police tries to arrest him, pat him down. He grabs his neck. The white boy charges at the cop. Get off of him! You're not about to do this right now. They're yelling. They are yelling. The white kids are yelling until he finally stopped. He was arrested the next day.
Who was arrested? The police?
The cop. The cop was not arrested. Fired the next day. But I wanted to know what happened to the kids. But them kids was standing up. Them kids was like, "You're not gonna do this to my friend. I don't care what."
Well, why was he bothering the black guy to begin with?
Girl,
the video starts. The video starts with him just trying to arrest the black kid, and they started recording like, no, not today, and they really was charging at this police officer.
Damn,
they were kids though. The kids couldn't have been no more than 12 or 13.
And what they doing? Choking him.
And that was their point. The little kids are yelling, "He's a child! You're choking him." The little boy couldn't. I promise you, he could not have been more than 13 years old. Those were kids. Those were kids.
Yeah, I can't watch stuff like that because it's just gonna make me enraged. You know. and then it's gonna make me depressed, and I'm gonna be sad. And I don't want to feel like that. I don't. I really don't.
It's a lot.
I know we're gonna go into next, like Black Lives Matter and the history of it, and then like what's been the progression since then. But one thing I will say to you, and I know that it hit home with a lot of like white parents that I follow on Instagram and Facebook, is that I posted something about I'm tired of y'all post, like it was, y'all know Blackout Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know Blackout Tuesday. Blackout Tuesday was where you wanted to spend the black dollar, our black dollars in the black community, and spread that money, right? I've seen so many white parents that I know, or even like corporations, but it hit personally to me because they all posted, or they had their kids post like a black post or that black box. But there was nothing prior to why you posted this black box. There was nothing prior to there was no like
caption or nothing.
Nothing. Like you posted a black box. This is just Blackout Tuesday. There was nothing else like telling the story of why we're doing this. And it has nothing to do. One, it has nothing to do with the black dollar. We want those black dollars circulated. I'm not saying that we don't. But the number one reason is because we're tired of y'all treating us like fucking trash. And we want to show y'all that our money is just as equally, whatever.
It stretches more than yours. We are the money.
I was very upset at that because, and then when you're posting it, it's just like, okay, now your life goes on. Life doesn't go on.
Right.
We still got the pain. Like we're still talking about everything that we saw and how mentally draining it is for us. That we're raising black kids that's going to be our next generation. Like, so I was very upset about that. Like, post it, but you're not doing anything for our community.
That's why I deactivated Facebook. I was just like, nah, not today. You're not going to get me today, Satan. Nope.
You're right. It's
draining.
Just take breath. Just take deep breaths. Yeah. Okay.
So we wanted to go into Black Lives Matter and tell like people like, first of all, Black Lives Matter started in 2013 with Trayvon Martin. We know that Trayvon Martin was killed in Florida by George Zimmerman. He looked suspicious to George, whatever the fuck that means. After he was coming from the store, after he purchased Skittles, George assumed that the Skittles was something threatening. Am I wrong? And, he was community police and he chased Trayvon Martin down after.
We can't even say he was community policing. It was just, fuck him.
What did they call community police? Like neighborhood watch. That's what it is. He
wasn't neighborhood watch. He lived in the neighborhood and he thought it just gave him the authority because they had security guards.
But even after he called 911, 911 told them not to pursue him, not to follow him, not to do these things.
Because his father was well connected within the police department.
Right.
That's why.
Why what?
His father was well connected in the police department.
No, I'm talking about 911. 911 told him not to follow Trayvon.
Oh, after he killed him.
No. 911 told him not to do these things, and
he did it anyway.
Like, so Black Lives Matter started from that movement, and it's just, has there been progression on Black Lives Matter? Like, what do you guys think of Black Lives Matter and where we are today since 2013? We're in 2020.
Wait, I have a question. Isn't that what happened to Ahmaud? He was driving and they just felt like they wanted, because they thought he was the person who went to that house and
who was breaking into homes
of the law and try to stop him too. That was the same kind of scenario, right? Why people feel like they are the police? Like, why do they feel like they gotta be like the justice of peace when it comes to shit? Like, I don't get that.
Because it's white privilege. That's basically what they're showing
like you. They gotta be a cop.
Not every white person feels like that, but a lot of white people who do feel like that, they are bigots. They utilize their privilege to do things in that manner because they know historically nothing is going to happen to me for doing this. They know they're not going to jail. They're getting off. 9 times out of 10, it might not even be reported or on mainstream media. Was bringing so much things to light these days is that our generation and the generations that came after us are utilizing social media a lot more. We're recording everything. So previously in the past where you could just do whatever you wanted to do, think about the hundreds of thousands of murders that we don't know about that have taken place because nobody recorded it.
Shit, Amadou Diallo, freaking Sean Bell. It's just their words again.
That's it.
What actually happened.
Let's go back like a long time ago with Emmett Till's mom and how they beat him so bad, and why Emmett Till's mother wanted him to have an open casket. Because she's like, no, I'm gonna show y'all what y'all did to my child. And that's why we still see those images today, because she was like, y'all not about to sweep this under the rug.
Period. You're not. It's horrible. They come out, what was it? Was it 2 years later, guys, and said that they did it? I think it was like 2 years or maybe 2 months, something later. The people who did it came out, but because of double jeopardy, you can't be tried for the same murder twice. They got off with it. And then the woman comes out years and years later. She old as dirt by the time she comes out and says that she lied and made it up. But it's horrible. And it's hard for us, especially, you know, Dami has a black son. We have black nephews, cousins, fathers, all of these things, right?
Yeah, women too. We're not exempt.
We're not exempt. But my point to say is this.
That shit sounds bad to say.
It is, but it's hard for us to remain neutral, to not feel a type of way if Kaden was to bring home a white girl. You know what I'm saying? To date her, and you're just thinking in the back of your head, what if she says, he touched me inappropriately? My kid is going to jail just off of your word. It's hard for us to sit back and not feel some type of way towards Caucasian people. And people don't get that. You will never truly understand that. In the back of our head, we're always worried. We're always on edge. We're always on the defense. We have to be. You're slaughtering us in the street every day for no reason. What do you expect? And like the poster floating around, you lucky that we just want equality and not revenge.
Not revenge, my nigga.
When baby girl said that, I said,
revenge. Lord. Not revenge.
Like, come on. That's all we want, is to be treated as human beings, to be seen as equal. That's it.
But
I don't think we ask for much.
A lot of things I've been seeing, I haven't even known about. Some of the stuff is old, that they're always ruling out these black murders as suicide. Like, how are these people so-called kill themselves when they're found in different type of ways where no one could kill themselves this way? Like, they were like the wrestler boy. He, I guess,
Kendrick.
They beat the wrestler's son, beat him to death and went in a weight room, and then his father was like an FBI agent, and he was wrapped up in a wrestling mat, and they covered it up that it was a suicide.
We reported on that, Tiff. We reported on that.
No, but I just saw the photos of this boy's body.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm sorry.
And you want to know what else they did? They buried that little boy, and the parents, they wanted to do their own autopsy. So listen, they dug the body up. When they went in to look into that body, they took out all of his internal organs and stuffed it with newspaper.
Yeah.
Took all his organs out. So they couldn't even do an autopsy.
So you can't determine the cause of death.
But I killed myself and I took my own organs out.
And I wrapped myself up in a freaking wrestling mat and put myself at the top of the wrestling mat.
Right. It was so many holes in that story. And y'all know I'm not the Kardashians fan or whatever the case may be. But if Kim is going to utilize her platform to have that case reopened and to have somebody prosecuted and thrown into jail, I stand with her.
She been doing it though.
Yes.
She been helping a lot of black people get off.
She been using her platform for the right reasons.
Because
for the right reasons.
She got black son.
You opened your legs to black dick, you might as well say some.
Hello.
Here we go.
Hello. Did she lie? Where's the lie? If my man not black?
Like, nah, this is definitely not no suicide.
They appropriate us all for everything. I mean, you might as well come to our defense. You might as well
the least you can do.
I'm not accepting any of that. Like that's our problem. Like we always say, oh yeah, I'm glad that they're doing this. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing this, but you've also done this to us. So let's not forget.
Right. You absolutely right.
When she came out with cornrows, they said, "Oh, Kim Kardashian invented boxer braids." That's some cornrows.
Now that was the news publication.
Let's not forget. So, that's what happened.
The things my ancestors was wearing.
Like, thank you, Kim. But again, you've used our culture and benefit off of it and became
George Floyd.
You seen what's the singer name? The little singer, Justin Bieber.
Him too. He ain't exempt. Hanging out
but
with
he came out and said that he has profited off of Black culture.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He said he openly said, "I have profited off of Black culture." He said it. He said it. Wait a minute. If you said he posted bail, well, the bail was only $75,000.
Yeah, he posted bail. He's out.
No, not the main guy.
Who posted bail?
Nah, that's one of the
It's one of the ones that were just looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's the other guy's Derek Chauvin or something like that.
Chauvin
Yeah, he's still in jail. That nigga ain't got $1 million.
The rest of them only got $75,000. It's not gonna be hard for $75,000 to be raised from bigots alone. $75,000. I'm sure they collect
the black
that
one.
money.
Somebody gonna get them. Somebody gonna get the black one out too.
Nah, he in there.
They get him out.
Leave him in there.
Leave him in there.
They ain't really like him anyway.
Wait. Y'all can have him.
Right.
Streets got him.
Basically. Oh, what I will say about the Black Lives Matter movement, I felt like for a moment, and maybe it's just because it hasn't been as big as George Floyd's case has brought so much attention because people at home ain't got shit else to do. But I felt like for a minute they weren't doing enough. Like I feel like this year lit the fire back up underneath them, like the spark. Like, okay, we can do so much more, and they're really doing a lot this year. But I can't recall, like, the big cases they really took on like this, like last year or the previous year. But correct me if I'm wrong. That's just what I've been seeing.
I feel like Black Lives Matter has always been like out there or whatever. I just feel like right now we notice it more is because we've been in the house.
We ain't got nothing to do. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe because we ain't got nothing else to do. We just we here.
Like we actually like the world slowed the fuck down.
Yeah. Everybody's home. Everybody's on their phones. Everybody's watching the news. Everybody's seeing it. Like nobody's just going about it and living their day. Like they literally had to stop. Oh my God, this is really happening. Oh, this isn't the first time. Oh, this has happened a million times before.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. Oh man. Yeah, but I don't know.
What you want to say?
How do you guys feel about the whole the street namings? Well, not the street naming, but them plastering, Black Lives Matter on the street or whatever.
No, you're right. There have been some street namings as well.
And,
they've been painting the street and renaming it.
How do you guys feel about that?
So for me, it wasn't the main street, right? What is it in DC? Pennsylvania Avenue? What is it in DC?
Yeah, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, yeah.
So it wasn't the main street that says Black Lives Matters now. So it's not Pennsylvania Avenue. So the White House address has not changed. It's not that street.
It hasn't changed?
No, it's not that street that's Black Lives Matters, which was, because I was doing a little bit of research on it when I was looking at the comments, and they're like, you guys are misleading people. It's not that street that's being renamed. It was like one of the streets in between it type of thing. Like you ever seen a street when it's like two things, like two signs? It's like a street like that is the one that they renamed that. But the Black Lives Matter is up and down that street painted.
That is actually on Pennsylvania Avenue.
That is actually on Pennsylvania Avenue. Okay. But street renamings have been around for so long. Like everywhere you go in the ghetto, there's a Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Yeah, I just feel like this is what it's about to be.
It's not far-fetched that they would.
But I feel like the big thanks.
So you got a point. Definitely a lot of Dr. Martin Luther Kings. I'm like, damn, I was one in this city too. I'm like, oh wow, like, whatever.
It's like, okay, cool, thanks, but can we get back
when y'all
to
changing
the
these
reason
laws?
Why we're fighting? Right.
When y'all changing these laws?
While we're protesting?
I mean, thank you. Like you said, thank you. But when are the laws going to change? When are our rights going to change? Like, that's what we need. We don't need you to dress up in kente cloth and change the damn street name. Period.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it is what it is, though. They keep asking us, what are our demands? This is not a hostage situation, first and foremost. But what we want is for you to change the law, for you to help hold people accountable. If you kill a Black person with unnecessary force and you are there to protect and serve us, we want you to stop.
I feel like even if you change the law for us to win, they're still gonna find a way for us to lose. Like it's just like, even with the case that we discussed, it's clear as day these people should have been arrested. That girl who killed her own baby, that white girl, how did she get free? Like, how is she not in
Casey Anthony?
Yeah, like, it's just like stupid shit like that. Like, she clearly said she clearly killed her baby. She's a murderer. Why wasn't she arrested? That's what I'm saying. I just feel like even if laws are changed, we're always going to get the short end of the stick just because of our skin color. It don't matter. It really don't matter at this point.
So I feel like if you are allowing cops to use excessive force on people who are unarmed, who are not dangerous, who are completely controlled by you already, and you start arresting them and actually charging them and actually putting them in jail, then they will stop. Once they see I can go to jail for this for 25 years or whatever the case may be, then they will stop.
You see what happened in Buffalo? The two cops that it was a peaceful protest. It was a 75-year-old Caucasian Army veteran. He was
they knocked that man down and beat him.
No, they didn't beat him. They pushed him down, cracked his head open. Mind you, the whole shit was recorded.
Oh, that's what happened.
Two guys, that was his head.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. They said his ear was bleeding.
Well, that's probably why it came out the ear. They cracked his skull open.
Yep, they cracked his skull open. They fired those two cops. So
I don't need them to be fired. I need them to be locked up and in jail.
Didn't everybody quit or something like that?
About like 57 of those cops walked off the job in protest of the two cops being fired. It's like at the end of the day, I understand they have to go home too. As shit, we trying to get home too. But they said in the video, it's clear as day that he wasn't posing no threat. The cops weren't in any imminent danger, and for them to use such force with him, they was like, okay, this is some bullshit. This is really some bullshit.
Right. So did they defund themselves?
I don't know, but that seems to be the theme across the nation is to defund these police departments.
The police departments.
I mean, they've been doing it for education in the urban areas for the longest. So I mean, hello. I mean, it ain't as far fetched.
Right.
Shit has been happening.
Like, I feel like even if they pass certain things as hate crimes or whatever crimes they want to pass them as, it's based off the courtroom that you're in, that judge that you're sitting in front of.
And it also goes based off of, I guess, the verbiage you use for it to be considered a hate crime.
I don't even think it's like necessarily, like you said, you want to change laws. You could change the law. But that, when he go to court, what's going to stick? And I just feel like when people go to court, I don't know what they say in these courthouses, but these people walking free.
You know what? They keep saying when you go to court, it's a jury of your peers.
Peers, right. And it's not your peers.
It's not.
It's not your peers. If I go to court right now, a jury of my peers should be people who look like me, have the same occupations or similar occupation as I do. That's a jury of my peers, not a bunch of 12 white people. Mm-hmm. How is that a jury of my peers?
Well, this is why
that's what happened with that. That's what happened with that. That's what happened with that. I want to get on a trial. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's neighborhood. If
I'm in, you want to get on the right trial too. You don't want to. Right. You want to get on the right one that you're gonna make a difference.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, the black guys, you always going free in my book. You always
did. Did you guys watch Trial by Media on Netflix? So you guys should watch it. So I've been watching like a lot of documentaries lately. So Trial by Media, they do like all media courts. They have an episode on there for Amadou Diallo, and it's called 41 Shots. And they talked about.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's like really good.
Me too.
It's called Trial by Media.
Trial by Media, because there was a lot of court, there was a lot of media involved, and in every single episode there was one about like a guy went on Jenny Jones and he killed the guy who had him come on Jenny Jones. They all have been good. I watched every single episode.
What?
But the Amadou Diallo one itself,
that's crazy.
They talked about how the cops from that were charged, they sent the case to Albany. This happened in the Bronx. So when you in the Bronx, you know your audience or your jury would be people
black.
Like you. You know what I'm saying? There would be people like Hispanic, black. But they sent it to Albany, and Albany, it's black people. There ain't a lot of us up there, and you know they walked away.
They sure did.
They walked away. I think that everybody.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that they sent the case to Albany. I didn't even know that.
And they do that in a lot of these cases, especially
they said
with cops. They send them to another district.
Yeah, because they said when it's a highly publicized case, they don't want any biases in the
we all got a television. We all watch TV. We all have social media.
Everyone.
You might as well put it in the Bronx.
Everyone.
Right. That's BS.
It was still in New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure people know in Albany still seen it on TV. They still seen that these cops killed an innocent man and shot him 41 fucking times.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. But let's I want to get into so we were talking about Black Lives Matter, right? Have you guys noticed like the I guess the subdivisions within Black Lives Matter? Like you have
Black trans lives matters, Black lesbian lives matter, no, Black gay lives matter.
I just feel like right now, at this very moment, Black Lives Matter encompasses all of that, right? We're fighting for essentially Black lives. Whether you identify yourself as transsexual, pansexual, male, female, whatever, you're still a Black human being to begin with.
Right.
So I just feel like the division with that right now is what's troubling, because it's like, how can we collectively get our demands met when you have
subdivisions trying to get their demands met?
Exactly. Like why can't it just be a collective unit? Why can't there just be unity?
Right. And that's how they conquer us. They divide and conquer. We need to be together. We need to be one. We don't need to be, because I am a gay woman, it should be any different. I'm still a Black woman at the end of the day. You're still a Black man at the end of the day, however you identify. It doesn't make sense. We got to stay focused and we got to stay on task and really make a change. That's the only way we're going to be able to tackle all the other issues that we do have. I don't know. It's just, I don't know, Maz. I find it difficult to, y'all know we hella distracted all the time, right? But when it come to this, we ain't wavering.
No.
We going straight for us. We're not wavering on this. So it's like, I don't want to say let's push you to the side, because we're not pushing you to the side, because you're still Black at the end of the day. We're still fighting for you at the end of the day.
And don't forget colorism too.
Yes, but let's focus on one thing. And not even the colorist thing today is like everybody want to have melanin. Everybody want to be brown. I don't even know that many people who be like, yes, I'm light. Don't nobody even be claiming it like that. Like, I really don't.
They call me light skin. I say I'm caramel. I'm brown.
Hello, sexy caramel. What you mean?
I am not vanilla. I'm brown.
Like, it's just like, I don't even hear it.
I don't want to hear that. That's negative.
It's like, and to me, it's like they pull up stories and not to take away from their experiences, but they talk about the experiences when they were kids. Can we talk about if you experienced it in 2020?
Now, if you're experiencing it in 2020 and it's like affecting you, then go see a therapist.
Right.
The words of others.
We gotta talk about the evolution of where we are now, right?
Yes.
We're all talking about like we're not there anymore. Like granted, we know colorism happens. We're not taking that away from anybody right now. But we need to talk about the task that's on hand. Innocent Black people, male and female, whatever you identify with, male or female, you are being killed just by the color of your skin.
Just black people. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
You're being killed.
As a whole, it's us.
That's it.
Application.
So, who we since this whole since Blackout Tuesday or whatever, and all the protesting that's been going on, who we canceling?
Y'all think?
Yeah.
They canceling everybody, y'all. Everybody.
Wait, what you say, Ted?
You think when the streets is open, people still gonna be protesting like that?
Yeah.
They still have protests lined up.
Let me tell you,
everywhere.
This has been the first time that a Black man or whatever, a Black person has been killed. That they have protests in all states in America.
Yeah.
The first time that this has happened. They still protest.
And shout out to the great city of Newark, New Jersey for protesting peacefully. We didn't see any rioting or looting. We was calling people out. You ain't gonna come over here and mess up our stuff either.
What I'm saying is, how long do you think this gonna last?
A long time.
I don't think we should have that mindset. How long you think it's going to last?
No, I say this to say because it should continue. I don't want it to stop.
I don't think it's going nowhere though, Tiff. I don't think we can stop.
Asking your opinion, how long you think it's going to last?
A long time.
And until we have equality.
Okay.
And they gotta burn the motherfucking down,
and not equality in their eyes, in our eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about, oh, you posted Black Lives Matter. Like, we've been talking about all these corporations, all these white people. It's when we feel like we are equal. That's it. It's not about what you feel. You ain't Black. If you ain't Black, we don't give a fuck about your opinion.
And we ain't accepting no more apologies. I'm tired of the apology tour. TLC. Total life changes. You should be renamed to The Lies Continue, my nigga. You're done in these streets. You are done in these streets. I don't want to hear your apologies.
She went on a crying tour though.
Come on, bro.
Now we gotta start off. We got some people that might not know what's going on with TLC. Who TLC are? Y'all know y'all gotta give people the background.
You want to put her picture up on the screen?
I got it.
If you don't know what TLC is, you're living underneath a rock.
It's the freedom. Get this new purse.
I'm sure 5,000 of your followers are selling the tea. Who they selling it to, still don't know. But
like, who be buying
I'm sure
it?
you know. I don't know.
Like, how do they make
it? Let me tell you something. Listen to this though, Maz. What company you know been around since 1999? What is that? 21 years? Is that 21 years?
Yeah.
21 years, and you Google the CEO and you can't find his net worth. What company? Google the CEO of TLC. I promise you I did.
H.E.L.L.A. net worth.
I promise you I did, and could not find his net worth. I saw an article that was back in 2013.
What's his name?
Jack. Is it Jack Fallon?
Let me go. I'm going there right now.
Oh, there you
go. Something like that.
Fallon, TLC.
The company was named something before it was named TLC, prior to 2012 or something like that. But you can't find.
If we name a company because it probably was going bad or something.
You can find that they're making this much in revenue, blah 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 blah. But why you can't find this man net worth nowhere?
That's true. It's coming up. I'm here and it says
it ain't showing his net worth. It ain't showing his money.
It's not even that many articles that come up.
How is it saying it only has estimated 174 employees? I don't believe that.
How? When I know 100 of them on my timeline.
Ooh,
how? It don't make no sense. And they're not just in New Jersey. They're also in what Spanish country is this? It's a Spanish country, y'all. I can't think of it.
What's that?
Their products. It's in a totally different country. How can you only have 174 employees and I know 100 of them?
That's true.
You can buy this tea at Walmart. You know that, right?
When did they start selling it in Walmart?
Bitch.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I never seen it in Walmart.
I thought you had to buy it from one of the pushes.
Girl.
Order online.
Me too, dummy.
It's out of stock now, though. But you can definitely buy it for
That's
$30.
crazy.
Just like any of those companies. Like before that was a flat tummy tea, right? So these companies, they come out, they change their name, they have one LLC, and they keep doing business as another company.
Yeah.
So Jack Fallon, he probably has something that's called fucking, I don't know, another name, the Garden Industries, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he keeps changing his name, and it's the same product, and they renaming this shit.
Right. Because they said a lot of their products was found to have like poison in it. I forget what product it was, but yeah, they said when you look at the ingredients on it, and that's why a lot of people stopped selling it.
Wow,
I believe it.
Poison.
Yeah, I
Why
believe
can't
it.
just eat your fruits and veggies? Like
that's it. That's it.
That's what Dr. Sebi said. Eat your fruits and veggies. Get
That's
some
you
sun. Drink your water.
I told y'all I took that tea one time, messed up my stomach for 2 days. Never again. I ain't picked it up since.
Because it's supposed to make you poop, right?
I don't have trouble going to the bathroom.
Makes you go to the bathroom.
It ain't make me go to the bathroom. My stomach was in knots.
That's how it was
constipated you?
Yeah. 2 days. It was ridiculous. I don't know. But yeah, so Coach Stormy, their queen, came out with a whole when everybody did the Blackout Tuesday. Go ahead, press play, Dami.
Right. Oh, we're gonna play the video.
Yeah, we're gonna play the video. Can everybody see the video? Yes. You know what, Josh.
Today is a prime example of being tricked out your spot. You silenced yourself. Therefore, no one saw your business. You probably lost 50, 60, 70% of your sales today. So busy, your follower. Your business today suffered. I know it did, because my business today suffered, okay? We stand for social justice. We stand for equality. We stand to eradicate racism. I do not stand to lose my business. I do not stand for my sales to be declined. I do not stand to fall short of my goals. So y'all could play, but tomorrow I ain't playing. Tomorrow I go even harder. Now I gotta make up for the $100,000 I lost today while y'all wanna black out. You know what? I'm back in. I'm done with the blackout. Tomorrow I goes harder. No holds barred. I ain't holding back. I don't even want to go to sleep today because I feel like I gotta make up for the 24 hours that I lost today. So y'all could be asleep if y'all want. And let these people play on y'all intelligence and fuck up y'all business and decline y'all numbers. And now y'all got to try to figure out how I'm going to make it for one day. Do y'all know corporation could go out of business for one day of a decline? Y'all asleep. I'm woke. Today is a prime example of being tricked out.
So, that right there. Mm-hmm. First of all, y'all know she took it down, right? Y'all know she took. So that video had been up for a while on her Instagram page, and then I went back when B sent me the apology. I went back. I'm gonna go to the apology. I gotta find it. But I went back, and the shit wasn't there. That video we just played wasn't there. So you lost $100,000 in one day. But how much did you lose in a week, bitch?
Right. Not only that, and then their CEO came out with a whole
and said all lives matter.
All lives matter.
And then went back on his words.
And then like they all do. Then she posted another video of her basically saying, "Oh, anybody who underneath that post hating on me and doing this," she's laughing about it because it ain't hit her yet and ain't really hit her yet. Once they start losing those coins, once that pocket got tapped, now you crying, baby girl. Don't cry now. You don't care about Black lives. You don't care if you got a son that you ain't seen in 5,000 years because his daddy got him and he might be killed in the streets tomorrow for no reason. That didn't bother you. What bothers you is you lost money. You the devil.
Mm-hmm. You the devil.
That's the root. Dami, play the apology. Play the apology to her.
Because they was apologizing. Everybody was apologizing last week. And man, listen. Maybe we should fast forward it to some parts, I guess. Because I am about to sit through 11 minutes of this shit.
I don't know where to fast forward. Sorry.
All right, y'all, come on in here.
Okay. Come on in is this the Zoom call one?
This is the first apology.
Okay.
She did 2.
Hey.
Apology number what? We can't hear her. Unmute yourself, Don.
Geeked up and all of that, but man, in light of what's going on right now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm okay. I'm not. As a matter of fact, let me turn these comments off. I am not okay. I am not okay because I know that there are people that are not okay. I first and foremost want to say, you know what? Thank you to my amazing team, those that's been texting me, calling me, DMing me, praying for me. Like, I just appreciate each and every one of you. But I came on this live because I have to apologize for people taking my statement, my video out of context. You know, I never understood until this situation happened how many people don't know me and they don't know my heart. And you can't give a snippet of a story without people understanding the origin of who I am. And so I had to come on here to first and foremost, you know, apologize. And I'm apologizing because I want people to know that my heart was not to, you know, derail the situation that's going on. Black Lives Matter. I'm a Black woman. I am the mother of 2 men. Okay, I have a 23-year-old son. I have a 6-year-old son. You know, I'm in a position right now where I haven't even seen my 6-year-old son in almost 2 months. Okay, he has been taken from me. His father have not let me see him in over 2 months. And so I'm on here because I just want to make sure that everybody knows my heart was not to hurt you. My heart was not to make you think that I'm not for our people. Like, my heart has always been to mobilize and to unite and to create a sense of independence for our people. Everything I stand for is to make sure that, you know, we get to that next level. My 1,000 Families vision, the mission of 1,000 Families has always been to elevate the people. But unfortunately, that video that I shot did not come across that way. And again, with my deepest sincerity, I need y'all to know that on behalf of Total Life Changes, yes, I am the face of Total Life Changes, but what I said, do not take my words as the statement of the company. That's what I said. And again, I know that it was just not the time for what I said. I did not take into consideration this, what's going on in the world. I did not take into consideration that it was just the wrong time. I know that there are people who know me and they know my heart. They know that it's
girl, bye.
Okay. It's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Jack called her up. Wait, Jack called her up and was like, you better go on that Instagram and let them folks know that what you said does not reflect the company.
That was my whip.
But one thing, right, guys? So I don't know the timeline, but we know when the Blackout Tuesday video posted. It posted the next day after Blackout Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did Jack Fallon come out with his All Lives Matter? Was that after he apologized? Because I felt like, I don't care if it was after or before, first of all. You knew that they were going to ask you these questions. You, even if you didn't know, in your mind, you know what's going on in the state of America right now. So if it does come up, your first answer to that question is All Lives Matter.
Yep.
What world are you living in? It's not the world where most of the people who make your money are Black women.
Right.
So I'm just not understanding how you put 2 and 2 together, and now y'all apologizing, and now y'all got all these girls on Instagram fighting the power and all Black on. How?
Ooh, that video was funny.
Y'all wasn't so cute. Somebody should have styled y'all ass first of all.
Period, Pooh. Y'all ain't even been taking that tea, clearly all quarantine. Because I was trying to look for the Total Life Change in that group. It was not there.
But you know what? We passed that. We just want y'all to know that we don't stand for that. And that right there was not cool. It's not about who's standing with Stormy. We not standing with her, because that right there was not cool. We were all supporting Blackout Tuesday for a cause. For you to say you lost $100,000, who cares?
Right. So what? So what? You got two sons. Your two sons is worth more than $100,000 on any day. Are they not? You could have kept that to yourself. You could have kept that to yourself. It didn't need to be saved.
There was a lot of people who lost a lot of money on that day.
Yes.
You the only motherfucker who talked about it. Why?
Why?
Only broke people mention what they lost. Make it
up.
Make it up in private. Fuck out of here.
Hello. You making so much money though. You make $100,000 a day. That shouldn't even hurted you, baby girl. That shouldn't have hurted you. Y'all sit up here with all this shenanigans, and this is why I say you can't believe everything you hear on social media. You see on social media. Telling me, old girl said she made $20,000 or something like that.
And what, 1 week?
A week times 52 weeks. That's $1.04 million. Why are you crying? That's one of your people that's underneath you. You supposed to be making double that. Nothing about the organization even makes sense to me, first and foremost, so I can't even whatever on it. Listen. But I wasn't speaking out against y'all.
Yeah,
however, however you make your money, however you do what you do, that's on you. But for you to blatantly get on your huge platform that you have where people look up to you and say that bull crap, that's shenanigans. You can't tell me take my words, don't hurt TLC, take me. You the face. You said that. You said I'm the face. You said I am the face of this company. Anything you say reflects on your company. You the face. Think about what you're saying before you say it. Your statement was ignorant. Period. And you're showing how ignorant you are by sitting up here telling me I'm the face of the company, but don't charge that against the company. What you talking about, ma'am?
And
make it make sense.
You know, and I'm not trying to be like, I just think that if it was a totally different part of what we're dealing with right now, it probably wouldn't have like magnified how it is. But because of what we're dealing with, and you came out and say how much money you lost, you
come on.
Right. Talk
very disrespectful.
Very, very, very.
It was insensitive. It was disrespectful. It was that's a
great word.
Wait, but did y'all hear what Neo said?
Oh Lord.
I heard about that.
So, you know, he went to the George Floyd one of the memorial services, and you know, after coming out of the service, media is going to be there. They're going to stop you if you're a celebrity. You're going to ask you questions. I don't know why he didn't walk by. He should have just walked by. So he said 50 states are protesting at the same time. This man changed the world. I just want to thank George Floyd for the sacrifice so my kids can be all right. I appreciate the sacrifice. I really do. He's got to be the dumbest motherfucker in the world.
To say that shit at his funeral? Now, don't get me wrong. Like, in my mind, I felt like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like there was a greater cause for it, but Neo said it all wrong. Like,
you got to choose your words wisely.
Right. He didn't sacrifice his life. He didn't do this like, hey, I'm giving myself.
He was not the sacrificial lamb
at all.
He didn't do that. We know that, you know, they took it like it became bigger, but he didn't sacrifice. The man didn't sacrifice his life for that.
He didn't know he was like.
But is cancel culture like a lot? Like, are we canceling? Are we canceling everybody? Like, are we canceling the people that really need to be canceled?
I'm canceling the people that really need to be canceled.
I am too. Yeah.
I just feel like at this moment, you said what you said.
R.E.L.L.A. yet, so let's talk about it, okay?
What?
I want to know.
The Pied Piper?
Canceling people. Ain't nobody cancel R.E.L.L.A. yet.
We ain't talking about that black man.
Oh, we're not. We're not talking about R.E.L.A., but we cancel everybody else. Okay,
R.E.L.A. been canceled. But we still gonna step in the name of love, sis.
I know I have. I've seen a few of us in here who might have did a 1-2 after R.E.L.L.A. So I don't know about.
Y'all already know I'm playing R.E.L.L.A. music because his music is music, his person is person.
Oh, okay. Just want to know because Neo got music too. Just want to make sure.
Play his music, but he just can't speak in public.
Yeah, we ain't saying. I feel like his choice words were wrong. Like I feel like I know what he was choice of.
Yeah,
were wrong at that time and that place. It was his funeral.
Right.
You don't say that at funeral, Neo.
Right. I don't even think I don't think it's calling to cancel Neo. I think we're just calling for him to get a publicist, someone who can speak on his behalf, someone to write out words, paragraphs.
He should have had something on written. He shouldn't went up there and just be talking.
Yes, he could even wrote on his hand, I would have took that, look down at your hand, something. But what you said, my brother, that wasn't it. That wasn't it at all.
But I do think that people are canceling people for everything. Like, I feel like the whole, when we talk about the whole TLC and Coach Stormy and Jack Fallon, that's something totally different. Like, but people are canceling motherfuckers for everything. I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah.
How many people come?
I heard them cancel B. Simone today because she said she don't want nobody who working 9 to 5. Man,
that's her preference.
I don't care what she wants. If that's her life, like let her not want that.
That's it. That's it.
That part is not affecting us. Like the whole when we talk about pride, that's affecting us because we know so many people who work for TLC who are purchasing these things and they don't stand for us for shit. That's something different.
Right.
You gotta cancel for the right reasons.
Yeah.
What about Trina?
Oh, she done in these streets. Trina is done in these streets.
She called us whole animals, black folks, and then
like she not black.
Then she brought up black on black crime. Ain't nobody talking about that. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm talking about black on black crime stuff.
First of all, you're more likely to kill who you're more likely to be around.
Talk about it.
Okay. That's first and foremost. White on white crime exists at a larger rate.
But they don't call it that. That's the thing.
They don't.
Exactly.
The only thing you hear of, you don't hear on Latino crime. You don't hear none of that but black on black crime. Like, you don't. That's all you hear about.
Like, come on.
And we're not killing, like, black folks in the same social status are not killing because the other person is black. They killing for wealth. Because we're all in the same neighborhood, we're all like crabs in a barrel. We're trying to get out, and the other person is weighing us down. Like, you gotta think about that. The shit that we've been through, our ancestors, like everything. I was just thinking about the other day, like, yo, we whip like whippings. I was watching Django, and I'm like, yo, they is whipping our ass. And what's the first thing a black person do to their kid when they being bad? I'm gonna beat your ass. That's not
behavior.
Post-traumatic slave syndrome.
That's learned.
Yep.
I don't know, man.
It's tired.
We tired.
We tired. The hashtag I am tired is us.
I'm tired.
I feel like I got like my head. I'm holding my head with a cigarette in it. That's how tired I am. Like these niggas here.
Don't even smoke.
Don't even smoke. That's how tired I am.
Tired.
Very true.
Yeah.
Oh, that was deep. I'm done.
That was a very full episode.
Hope we haven't offended too many peoples, but if we did, fuck you, because that's how we feel.
You're always going to have like one person offended.
If you're offending someone, you're doing something right, I guess.
Right. Because we double down. We don't backtrack. We will not go on an apology tour for nobody.
I said what I said.
And when I said it.
At the time that I said it. So, if you're listening to this on one of the streaming platforms, which would be SoundCloud, iHeart Radio, Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, we are on YouTube. Yes, you can actually watch this episode on YouTube.
Yeah.
We have a whole channel, H.E.L.L.A Queens Podcast. Definitely look us up. Like, share, comment. Continue to send us, your Hey Queens questions. We picked one today from the Red Table Talk bundle, but definitely send us some. We will be recording again. Don't know when, but we will be recording again. And last but not least, Juneteenth is coming up. For those of you that don't know, that's June 19th.
Sorry, guys, we can't do anything this year. We've been getting tagged in so many people's posts about Juneteenth because last year was such a hit.
Don't act like we ain't bring the first to Essex County. Don't act like it. We brought the first Juneteenth event to Essex County, and we'll be back next year. COVID stopped us a little bit, but don't worry, we come back.
We definitely coming back.
We back and we better. Okay.
We love that we gave a lot of people inspiration, you know.
Yes.
I'm definitely we still will be celebrating. We still will be celebrating. We're still celebrating together Juneteenth. Hopefully we'll have a videographer so that you guys can see what we do on that day.
Right.
And be safe and be blessed and stay vigilant and keep your head up and your eyes open, like Jim Jones said. And yeah, summer's coming. Enjoy.
And as always, gang, gang.
Ciao.
So they get ready to leave.